Hey everyone, gonna do a live stream. Hopefully it goes okay. I was just waiting for some people to leave. I've got myself to the Crysler Farm battlefield memorial site. It's not the actual battlefield, unfortunately. The actual battlefield is underwater behind me. Out this way. Or the St. Lawrence Seaway. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's a bit windy. I'll move closer to the camera. I don't know if anyone's watching it live, but it doesn't look like it yet, but that's okay. So here's New York on the other side, where the Americans tried to cross from. Well, they did cross. Didn't go well. Obviously, I think for obvious reasons. They lost, like many of their other attempted invasions of the War of 1812. All of them failed. The invasion through Detroit was more successful for an extended period of time, but didn't quite work out. And the wind is picking up because this is when I start the video, of course. So here's the seaway. It's quite nice. It's quite wider than it used to be, obviously, when they flooded it with the dam further up in the 50s. Got the Union Jack blowing in the breeze there. Here's the memorial itself. Dual cannons. Maybe if I move further back, it'll be better. So it's covered in numerous plaques, actually, which is quite interesting. Very, very interesting. They've all, over time, they've changed in what they talk about. So it's quite cool, which is rare. Because this one moved, right? It wasn't the original site, but they moved it here, near Upper Canada Village. So here's one that was put up later. Around. See the original. When it was first put in, starting getting it in because of the sun. Here it is. So this one, first one marks Canada, obviously, put up by the Canadian government, of the British as well. And then this one's put in the 60s, talking about Canadian and US cooperation, which is really, really interesting. Oh, the wind seems to die down, which is nice. Very, very nice. So here it is, talking about different stuff. Each one of them is very different. So I'll just read this one out because I think it's really interesting. So, in commemoration of the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Crysler's Farm, this plaque is dedicated to the Canadian and American nations whose common memories of, and it's quoted here, old, unhappy, far-off things and battles long ago not only contribute to their separate heritages and traditions, but form a bond between two friendly peoples. End quote. I'm assuming it doesn't end. No mention of the indigenous people who played an important part in this battle, just like most of the ones in 1812. Of course, because that's how these things tend to go. So traditional kind of obelisk sort of memorial there. Kind of funky. But kind of similar to a lot of other battlefield memorials of the time period. Wind's dying down. Nice. So here's the cannons again. I don't really know what kind they are. This is way outside my expertise. Time period. Got some markings here. It says 1806, so that's cool. That's cool. If anybody knows, leave a comment down below what kind of cannon it is. Try to get to the marking here. So very, very cool. And a great kind of vista behind us as well, which is Highway 2 up there to get here, because it's just off of Upper Canada Village, which is down there. So also very, very cool area. I've only been there once at night, so I don't know what it really looks like. I was there for a different event. Pumpkin Inferno, if anyone is familiar with that. I was there one year, came down. But I haven't been here during the day, so it's kind of cool to check out. Well, I can actually see some things. So again, yeah, it's pretty cool. And again, the vista's pretty awesome. Up here, can't really beat it. So yeah, it's a cool one. So I definitely recommend it if you're ever kind of in the area. It's pretty far from Ottawa, it's about an hour. And then Kingston, of course, is that way, which I'm there quite frequently. And Cornwall is that way, if you're ever in Cornwall. Or Montreal, I suppose. And of course, to our American friends across the border, I would suggest coming and checking it out as well. As the plaque said, it's part of our common heritage and why we're two separate nations. Putting it very, very mildly. Anyway, so I'm going to continue on. Just let me flip the camera here. So here I am. I'm going to continue on and go to the next site, which is going to be the Battle of the Windmill. So I'm going to do, I don't know if I'll live stream from there. I'll see how it is. Hopefully, if there's nobody there, I probably will. We'll see. I'll take video for sure and share it for later. But continuing my day, checked out some sites on the way down. So it's pretty cool to get all this different stuff. So again, kind of covering a bunch of different things, well outside my expertise. But Canadian nonetheless, as you can see the maple leaf fluttering behind me. Yeah, so it's really cool. And thanks again for watching. I might put together a video of all of this because I've got some different stuff. So probably title it something like the OTD Eastern Ontario road trip or something like that. So putting together all the different things I saw, because I've got some places I didn't really plan to stop, and I'm sure there'll be more of those on the way coming up. So yeah, like I said, Battle of the Windmill and the memorial of the Battle of Hill 70 from the First World War are my like 2 scheduled stops. So we'll see what else I see, because I'm going to take a lot of the back roads, so lots of smaller communities and everything to check out. They all have different memorials, all that kind of cool stuff. So it's always good to kind of pop in. I drive slow, as you should. Anyway, through the small towns, but kind of take a peek, because a lot of them have more memorials anyway. It's pretty standard for Canada, particularly for Ontario, to have some sort of cenotaph memorial thing in the town. Sorry, the wind's picking up again, so I'll sign off in a second. But yeah, so it's cool to see those and the different memorials that are done. They're all slightly different, which is also kind of cool, but usually listing the dead, particularly of the First World War and the Second, from whether it be the township, the town itself, the city, again, depending on where it is. The bigger cities have them sometimes by neighborhood. But again, it's cool to check out. But this is, again, a different type of battlefield memorial, again, the battlefield itself, which is, unfortunately, so stay tuned. I will probably do some more live streaming later. Maybe I can time it a little bit better. This one, there was just people here, so I don't get much of their time here. So it couldn't do much. But, so here it is. There's not much else to look at, unfortunately. It's a good place for a walk, though. Nice trail and everything. And the water. So